Okay, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. It's a Saturday video. I think we're at the buying opportunity of the past future. The last time I saw this opportunity was in March of 2020 when the pandemic hit us and everybody went into fear. And for 30 days, the market crashed and everybody thought it was going to hell. Since then, the QQs are up 157%. It was a drop, and it was the pandemic. It was the pandemic that came from Wuhan, China. Well, we've got a similar pandemic, or what I'm going to call a flu, going on at this time, and that is the semiconductor flu. It's caused by higher interest rates, inflation, and the community, the world, is scared. Let's face it. I look at my own situation. I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income. I do make money off of my business, but I'm not buying a new car. I'm not buying a new phone. I need a new phone. I'm not buying my wife a new Kindle. We're just not spending money. We haven't bought a new TV in probably 5 years. We're not buying semiconductors. We've stopped. I mean, the EV market has come to a crash, okay? So with that in mind, we are in a semiconductor flu. And I want you to be aware of that. And I want you to be aware of the stocks that are being hammered by it. Let's first of all look at what the flu has done. You can see here companies like AEHR, Navitas, you can read them. And you can see that in August 23, what their prices were, and then what they are today. And you can see the losses of 80%, 82%, 65%. I'm showing you their market caps, their substantial stocks. I'm showing you their PE ratio. And then I want you to look down here and make a comparison in what happened in the pandemic to American Express, McDonald's, Valero, and Exxon Oil. We all knew they were going to come back. I mean, the world wasn't coming to an end. Well, the semiconductor world isn't coming to an end. And these are major players in that semiconductor world. Yeah, a lot of them are tied to EVs, but they're also tied to refrigerators and microwaves. When's the last time you bought an appliance? Well, you didn't. Why haven't you? Because the grocery bills are crazy. Because medical bills are going crazy. It's getting so hard to put ends together that we have fear. God, we've got two wars going on, and we've got the threat of another one coming out of China. So we're scared. The same way we were scared of the pandemic. So learn from that. Learn that. Look at that graph and see how it crashed, and then it came back and it worked its way back as the fear dissipated. Well, the fear will dissipate over semiconductors as well, and you're going to go and you're going to buy some companies. Let me take you to my cheat sheet and show you some things here. I'm going to show you a stock that I bought at $8 a share. It's now down to $3.86 a share. And people are saying you're crazy. Well, if I'm crazy, so is Jensen Huang, because he bought it the same time I did. And what I want you to know is understand what this stock is going to do. This is Soundhound. Soundhound, Nita and I are planning a trip. What we're going to do is we're going to get in my car. Once we get our new BMW that has the Soundhound software in it, and what it will do is it's not connected to the internet. It's what Jensen calls a NAN. And what it is it's a operating system in that car that has my data. It knows what books I've read. It knows what restaurants I go to, what kind of hotels I belong to. It's scoured my Facebook page. It scoured all my social media. It knows more about me than I know about myself. And it's going to be in my new BMW. And we're going to leave here, and we're going to go to Natchez, Mississippi. And then we're going to turn right, and we're going to drive up the Mississippi River up to Minneapolis, St. Paul, where we used to live. Now, as a result of that NAN and knowing everything about me, I will be able to drive down the road. And as I go through Jackson, Mississippi, it will tell me everything I need to see in Jackson, Mississippi, and what the best restaurants are for me based on my past experience and what it knows Nita and I like to do. She's a buff on the Civil War. So as we turn right and go up from Natchez, it's going to tell us all about the Civil War that's happened because it knows that's what we're interested in. It will refer back to some of the books that she's read, and it will be our guide all the way up to Minneapolis, St. Paul, where we used to live for 10 years. It knows that, and it will tell us what's happened in the 10 years or in the 20, 30 years since we've lived there. It will give us everything and it will not be connected to the internet. It will be our private. So it can't be hacked, it can't be influenced, and it will be our private. That's SoundHound. But you didn't know that. So you don't know that it is being affected as well by this semiconductor flu. You don't know that its earnings are growing at a rate of over 90% per year. No, it's not profitable yet, but Mercedes is going to install it. You're going to get one of those stands from SoundHound because you want to go pass the bar exam. And you're going to put it in your pocket, and no one's going to know it's there because it's not connected to the internet. It's just you and that test and that little bud in your ear that as you read the question, or if you're wearing glasses, and it sees the question, it'll give you the answer in your ear. I don't care if it's the SAT, if it's the bar exam, if it's your medical exam, it'll all be there. And that's SoundHound. Oh, what else are they doing? They know the menu. They know everything about McDonald's. So when you go up to that window or that machine and give your orders and say you want extra pickles, it will do it for you. That's SoundHound. And there are at least 20 more that I have found that you don't know anything about. And it's on this cheat sheet. And on this cheat sheet, I tell you, based on my knowledge and my research, what is the price you should buy it for. What is the price you should buy Amazon for? Based on their earnings, based on their revenues, based on their past history, and based on the current market conditions. And so if you want to that, and you want access to it, just get on the bus. This is what used to be only available to Goldman Sachs, to all the hedge funds, to Morgan Stanley, because they had access to the data. They went and learned where to look. Well, I've learned where to look. I connect the dots. I figure things out. And now I'm going to make it available to. And to Jason in upstate New York, no, I'm not going to give it to you for free. If it isn't worth anything to you, then it isn't worth anything to you. And if you're so ignorant and so stubborn that you won't pay $60 a month to make potentially millions, if you got a good job and you can save some money, shame on you. Don't put it on me for being greedy. I'm sorry. It's worth something, and I'm going to charge for it.